Welcome back, everybody. This is the 4th episode of the pod. I am your host, Rue, with my co-host, Cowboy.
What's up, guys?
And in this podcast, we got plenty of topics to talk about, pretty interesting ones that have been arising in the past few weeks. But before we get into it, we're just going to catch up on what we did for the weekend and, just with each other. We got to catch up.
Yeah, catch up, and then we'll get into the topics right away.
Well, you can go ahead and start.
Well, yeah, man, I went home. My initial reason why I went home is so I can go watch the Snyder Cut with my brother. Me and him are big DC fans. Well, he started becoming more of a Marvel fan recently, but I'm a huge DC fan, man. So the Snyder Cut I've been waiting for. The movie was a masterpiece. Wasn't 100 out of 100 or 10 out of 10. I think it was like a 9.5, 9 out of 10. Mm-hmm. But we'll get into that later in the episode. I wouldn't talk about that later on. So, I mean, that was the first day I went. That was Friday when I went back, and then I was gonna go hunting and work on a horse trailer and stuff. Went MILF hunting. I went to the bar there and I hung out there, drank a few beers. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't go MILF hunting.
You met a bunch of cougars and they went up to you and like,
yeah, they did that growl at me when I walked in. No, I'm kidding. I went coyote hunting and that was a blast. Loved it. Yeah, but that was pretty much my weekend, man. I fucking watched the Snyder Cut like 3 times, 4 times today if I count today. But
god damn,
yeah, dude, I'm a dedicated fan, man.
That's good.
Dedicated. Anyways, how was your man? How was your?
Yeah, just on Saturday I smoked a pork butt.
A pork's ass?
Yeah, pork shoulder. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's a different cut. The cut of meat is really on their shoulder. They call it pork butt. Anywho.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I really thought it was a pork's ass. I really did. Okay.
A pork's ass is ham.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know that.
But it's the hind.
Okay.
But the pork butt is the shoulder. That's why I pulled the shoulder blade out. Anywho, got off track. But yeah, I just smoked a pork butt. It took about 12 hours. So I fucking got up at 5:30, got everything prepared. Fire going and seasoning. Man. Preparation took like a couple hours. I started at 7:30 in the morning. Smoked it, put it in the oven after I finished because it's still finish it cooking internally. Mm-hmm. And I finished around like 7:30, like at night. It came out really, really good.
Dude, yeah, the Snapchats you were putting on your story, man, it looked really good. Yeah, I would have put some stubs on it right away and be like, just munch the whole thing, man.
Yes. But yeah, it came out really good. It was a pretty short weekend for me. I wish weekends were longer.
Dude, yeah, me too, man. Yeah, it's gonna be another long week for me.
Yes, sir. But now that we got that through, let's jump right into it. Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and start off with one of our first topics. So actually, last Sunday to be exact, Bill Burr and the Grammys. Comedian Bill Burr was under fire for some comments he made during the Grammys. Did you see that or?
Yeah, I did. Well, you brought it up.
Yeah.
Remember we were like hanging out and then you're like, hey, dude, what the hell? Bill Burr's like trending on Twitter. And then we're like, oh, okay. We saw it, looked it up on Twitter. And it was for some of the comments he made. Mm-hmm. So what was it originally about? It was about the piano performance, right?
He made several comments. I think it started off with the pianist. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you're gonna pull up the tweets right now or what he said.
I found the quotes right now, but go ahead, keep on.
So he started off with like the pianist, right? And he introduced the award. Then he started off with he couldn't pronounce a girl's name, and then he was introducing a Latin album. But we'll go into each one in a minute. But which is the one with the piano?
So I guess like the piano was like there was a piano performance. It was like a solo or something. And then he says, "Was I the only one that wanted to kill myself during that piano solo? I bought a suit for this." Mm-hmm. Now I guess. Too, like people don't understand it, like his like kind of jokes, he's a comedian. Mm-hmm. He wants to like break the ice with his audience and stuff. And in fact, we actually mentioned too, it wasn't a live audience, right? It was all virtual.
No, it's virtual because of the COVID and all that. And
wait, what? There's a virus out there? I didn't know that.
Shut the fuck up. But no, it was because of COVID. So they had limited number of people in the audience. Anyways, I mean, he still got nervous. So he's like, that's what he's a comedian. You should know. Hey,
yeah, he said in that other like Monday morning podcast, right?
Yeah,
he was like, I don't know why I'm getting nervous for this.
Yeah, right? Like he's a comedian. They're known for
making jokes, kind of like that.
They're known for saying shit like this. So if you're gonna bring him on as a host or introducing an award, expect that to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? Legalized comedy.
Yeah, legalized comedy, man. Like Elon Musk said.
Yeah, shout out to Elon Musk.
But like, dude, okay, so he was like, I thought I was gonna be on TV. I'm such a moron. I'm losing so much money. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I don't know what he means by that, but I mean, he did say that. For a continuation on that, but and like, then okay, go ahead.
Oh, like going back to because like they're saying like he was insulting like classical music, and then he was like he introduced the so this girl's name is Natalia Lafourcade. See, I can't even fucking say it myself. But he had trouble pronunciating her name. I don't know what the I forgot. I don't know
the pronunciation of her name.
Yes, he couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah,
there you
go.
I know. Fuck. That sound all.
Out? Nah.
Fuck you. But yeah, he couldn't pronounce her last name, so they gave him shit for that.
The best regional Mexican music award.
So he was also introducing the Tropical Latino album, mm-hmm. and his comment was, "I bet the feminists are mad because this cis white male is talking about all this Latino stuff."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and he said it in a mocking tone, like so he's mocking them.
He's mocking feminists.
Yeah,
like. How can you get offended, dude? Like, first and foremost, Bill Burr is uncancelable.
Mm-hmm.
You can't cancel him.
You can't cancel him, dude.
You too many people like him.
Well, it's not only that. It's like he's kind of like a straight across the board kind of guy. Like, his comedy is very insulting, but he's like, hey, man, this is why I think this, and usually it makes sense. Like, to any person with logic,
mm-hmm.
like, if they actually listen to his podcast and listen to like his specials,
yeah.
his talk shows, like they'd see his personality intertwined with his comedy, and they'd be like, you know what, yeah.
Talking about that, like I saw a tweet right now. It says Bill Burr is trending because some folks are outraged over something he said at the Grammys,
mm-hmm.
which can only mean some folks have just seen Bill Burr for the first time.
Yeah,
which is true.
It's like what I tweeted. Like people were getting mad at Bill Burr for doing Bill Burr things.
Yeah, like he's just him. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And people are stupid. And then going off with the Grammys, the whole Cardi B and the WAP performance,
mm-hmm.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, because
got a lot of backlash.
Oh, wait, real quick. Whenever he said, I can't say the name, the Grammy goes to Natalie Lafourcade. I don't remember him saying the last name, but he was like, the Grammy goes to Natalie Lafourcade. I will accept on her behalf. I will accept on behalf of her. If I butchered her name, I'm sorry. Natalie, you won.
Yeah, and he accepted the award for her.
And he accepted it. Boom. Then done. Cut the segment.
And it was over.
But it's like the people who booked him, the Grammys booked him for the Grammys to perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
To announce and all this stuff. It's like, you come on. You know what's going to happen.
He's Bill fucking Burr.
If you're going to be fucking getting mad at anybody, get mad at the Grammys for giving him, quote unquote, a platform.
Nobody even watches the fucking Grammys.
Nobody watches I've never watched fucking joke, dude.
I've never watched them. Like, come on. Like I was about to mention a couple of minutes ago. Like, the performances, like the music
mm-hmm.
that they're giving awards to, best new artist to Megan Thee Stallion. Like, when there is plenty of other fucking great music out there, mm-hmm. and artists like deserve it, well more deserving.
Is that the girl? Is that the girl that's built like an F-250?
Yeah, and the stripper, her and the stripper, performing wet ass pussy.
The woman version of Bill Cosby.
Oh my fucking god! But yeah, I know what you mean. Like that performance, dude. Like, okay. Like, I know if women are gonna listen to this, they're gonna get so mad. Like,
I mean, dude,
how can you say shit about?
I mean, she admitted to it.
We're empowering women. We're expressing our sexuality.
Oh, we're going to that shit show now. Okay, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I was trying to bring up, and then,
oh, my bad.
But I'm saying, like, with that performance, how can you have performances like this on live television and it's socially acceptable?
Uh-huh.
We can't have a fucking Pepe Le Pew, fucking a cartoon.
Cartoon.
That's where it draws the line. They cancel a fucking cartoon, but you
mm-hmm.
have fucking women popping their pussies on, like pretending to scissor each other on stage.
Yeah,
but that's acceptable. You know, that's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That is prime entertainment,
dude. I mean, oh my god, man! Like, just the fact that song is even on the radio, it's like, okay, because I mentioned this the other day too to you,
mm-hmm.
Or whatever. I don't know when I mentioned it. Is that my sister, when she heard the song, she also thought it was kind of stupid. Like, she thought it was a dumb song. So like, girls actually in my group, like in my age group, love this song.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And I was like, yeah, it was because we know what kind of good music is. That's not good music. That's just trying to, I don't know. That they're trying to empower women. And I don't think you should empower women that way.
That's a wrong way to, like you said, show it.
Or it's just a different way of showing it. It's just so outlandish to me.
Personally, I wouldn't want my daughter taking after role models like that.
A vast
That's
majority.
That's me personally. There's plenty of people that think the same way. But
dude, that tweet you sent me. I'm not gonna mention the person who fucking tweeted it, but
go ahead and read it out.
This person had put because like Candace Owens brought it up, right? And she talked about the whole Cardi B. There's no person in America that could look up to Cardi B and be like, you know what? I want my daughters to turn out like her. And this person quoted it, the Candace Owens tweet, and put like, would I want my daughter to be self-made, rich as fuck, and embracing her sexuality while still remembering her roots and where she came from? Or do I want them to be a self-hating loser like Candace Owens? It's like, what?
Like, how does
Candace
that even
Owens
make
is
sense?
an educated, beautiful, like African American woman.
It's because she's a conservative.
Yes,
and she doesn't. Align with many people's like liberal democratic views.
Yeah,
that's why she's so shitted on. Yeah, and she's I guess being a woman of color too, that makes her they demonize her. Yeah, because she's not following that same path.
Yeah, I get you.
With Cardi B and them.
Would you see like dude, if I had a daughter, and let's just say if my daughter. Right, I'm not a father. You have a girlfriend now. But if my daughter came up to me like, Dad, I like this song came up from whenever you were growing up. WAP.
Oh
I love that song. Dude. I'm not gonna pat her in the back of the head. Great, honey. I'm so glad you're coming to my culture.
You're popping her pussy like at the school, at the playground.
Go pop your pussy at recess. It's like I'm not gonna say that, bro. What the fuck is up with these dumbasses? Oh my god, dude. Okay, wow.
That's already pissing me off the topic.
Yes,
itself.
I know. My skin's up.
All I gotta say is like there's far more deserving. Like when I was seeing like how she got Megan Thee Stallion got Best New Artist of 2020. Like there is plenty of artists out there that are far more deserving and way better music than this shit. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I agree with you. Excuse me. So now we're gonna move some segments over. Yep. Now Andrew with the sports.
Rue with the sports. So this happened. I mean, people already know it. We're like fucking Internet Explorer. We're reporting on this shit like fucking 3 weeks later. Anyways, people that don't know, New Orleans quarterback.
In case you live under a rock.
New Orleans quarterback Drew Brees retired after 20 seasons, man. Oh, yeah. Like he started off with I think he was drafted by the Chargers, and he played for them about 4 years. Then he spent the rest of his career with the Saints.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I just know about his career with the Saints.
It's crazy because during a time in 2009 or no. Excuse me. 2005 when Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans. Like everybody was, their morale was down, the city was in shambles, you know what I mean? Like torn apart. So, he comes in. And 3 years later, in 2009, he wins them their first championship. That's fucking insane.
That is awesome, man.
So he means a lot to New Orleans, I'm sure.
Yeah, and remember how I brought up one time to you, whenever Drew Brees was having an MVP season, because he's never won an MVP, right? A regular season MVP.
I was gonna bring that up. That he has never won a regular league MVP, but he's in first in several categories.
Yeah, in passer rating.
Passer rating, he had a 99.
Passing yards. Is that the thing?
He actually had if I'm not mistaken, he had 80,000 career regular season yards.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's number one in it. Tom Brady's right behind him.
He's a 7-time NFL passing yards leader. Yep. God, dude. You see, I remember in 2018, dude, when they got snubbed in the playoffs
by the Rams.
The Rams with that uncalled pass interference, or was it called or something?
He tried.
He threw it to the outside, right?
He threw it to the outside, and it was obviously a catch. It was going to be a catch and a touchdown probably. But the Rams, I can't remember
he hit him before.
He literally doesn't even turn his head to play the ball. He it's clearly PI, Yeah, it's fucking blatant. Yeah, but they did not call it, and that they snubbed. I think they snubbed him out of a Super Bowl appearance and probably win
because the Rams went on to the Super Bowl and they lost
to the Patriots.
Lost to the Patriots. I really because that was the season. That was the 2018 season that Drew Brees was having a hell of a year, dude. MVP type of season, bro. And then he still got snubbed out of that year too for the MVP.
Yeah, it's always Aaron Rodgers or other people.
Which Aaron Rodgers is a bad dude, bro. But
give him that. I mean, but Drew Brees, come on.
Drew Brees was having man, I love the guy, man. It's gonna be sad to not see him play for the Saints anymore.
He's a legend, man. All these people we grew up seeing, like Phillip Rivers,
guys from Texas, man.
Yeah, Westlake. But like all these people, we grew up seeing, you know, they're slowly like retiring and becoming Hall of Famers and legends. You know, it's sad, but there's also a new generation approaching. Now, going off into another sports topic. Recently, the March Madness NCAA with men and women's basketball. There is a huge, like, there was a huge a post on TikTok about inequality with the equipment.
Yeah,
and that was pretty. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna attach those images and
yeah, we attach the images so you can see what I mean. So apparently, the TikTok was the women. There's a woman basketball player from Oregon.
Yeah,
she was showing a video. Yeah, showing a video of the men's weight room compared to the women's, and the men's had like bench presses, and squat racks, like chingos. Like they had a whole building side dedicated to it, and then the women only had like a table and like the dumbbell tree. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it was like a weight tree for the women's, and then like a whole gym for the men's. Now, okay, real quick disclaimer: we're not saying that they don't deserve it. We're not saying that anybody deserves more than others, like for gender. Real quick,
men and women both.
They deserve equal opportunities.
Like if you work your ass off in the sport, then you know you deserve the.
Real quick, before I get into my opinion on this, I'm gonna tell the audience what I told Andrew the other day, is that I used to date a D1 athlete, you know, and she would work really, really hard on her craft. You know, she was a softball player. So I saw how much they work, or how much like her team and herself work. Sometimes they work just as hard as the men, sometimes even harder. I've seen, and then of course like there's some that work less, of course. But like, do I believe that they like require the same equipment? Of course I do, man. They love the sport just as much as men love their sports. It's blatantly obvious. But the thing is, this is what this disclaimer was about. We're not saying that anybody deserves less or anybody deserves more.
Yeah, we're not trying to get there.
The thing is, women's sports, like we're gonna get this into it in a little bit. They don't drive in enough revenue the way men's do. That's
what I was gonna bring up. So like, I read an article, I did some research, and you know, like facts are facts. You can't argue with money, revenue, you know, statistics. So the NCAA men's basketball, I think in 2019, earned a revenue of whopping $800 million.
That is a lot of money, bro.
Compared to I don't know what year this was, but the women's head was reported to be $35 million.
Yeah, 30 to 36 million, something like
35 to 45 million. That compared to
that's
800 million. And not to mention the men's basketball is going to grow to like 1.1 billion in like the next few years.
Yeah, the next 4 years, right?
Yeah.
By 2025. So, okay. Now, the NCAA issued a statement on this, right? They eventually said, like, the issue was, it wasn't the money, right? We would have given the girls the gym, but we didn't have the space. So that Oregon player, when she made that TikTok, when she made that video, she said, no, the issue really is money, because we have the space. I said that right. So, like, in that video, she shows, like, an empty side of a gym where they easily could have made more of the weight room, like they could have filled it up with weights for them. So this is what I said. Like, I'm a straight across the board kind of a guy. Like, I believe like everybody should have equal opportunities, you know, to use the same. Why didn't they just make one big gym, you know, filled it up, entire gym full of weights, and split it down the middle?
Or even like set up a schedule. Like the one day the men's go and then the next day the women's go.
Yeah, well, it's because there's so many teams there. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So it's like, okay, they're gonna need two different sides or two different buildings for their workouts. Now, would that have changed the issue? Like, okay, it's split down the middle, or would they still kind of be like complaining about something else? So I thought about that too, and then we found another image where it's like what the men's get from like the tournament, and like what the women's get. Yeah,
like
the gifts,
little things like towels and like soap and stuff, and they got way more than the women did. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Like, well, why is this? I'm like, but you have to really you have to look at the revenue.
It comes down.
The people that are bitching about like it being like about, you know, sexist and all that stuff. Well, instead of complaining, why don't you help them out and bring up their TV ratings? Because that's all it's based on is ratings.
Ratings, so they can fill up the advertising, ad times, and all this stuff, sponsorships. So you see, and that goes directly into like why like people say like, oh, there's a gender pay, like a what is it called?
Gender pay gap?
The pay gap. Well, that's the exact reason, dude. Like, more people watch the NBA than they watch the WNBA.
And it's not, like I said, we're not being sexist. It's just, it's a straight fact. If you look up the numbers, like, you know, like, no, everybody will rather watch the NBA finals than the WNBA finals. Mm-hmm. Or like March Madness, the men's March Madness. Yeah. Because like you said earlier, like you mentioned, like, you don't really hear about brackets being made for the women's basketball, but you hear a lot being made for the men's. Like, that's all people do. It's a thing. It's a March Madness thing. Every March, they always do it. Brackets, brackets. And it's very rarely that they ever do women. I haven't heard of in person, them doing women's tournaments.
I want to say they do, because I mean, come on, they kind of have to.
They do, but
like, I've never heard anybody say that, right? Now, there was a few years I would have bet my money. I would have been like, dude, I'm gonna bet hundreds of $1,000s. Like, Connecticut was gonna win, bro. I knew that Connecticut was winning, but I didn't ever watch the games. You see, I wish I had enough time to watch the games. I don't even watch the men's, that much. I watch like only the highlights here and there on ESPN and on my phone, on Twitter and stuff like that. I watch that.
Like, I don't care about basketball that much, but like I said, like you said, you also said too, like, for even baseball, like, women would have to play the Olympics, the softball Olympics.
Yeah, because there's a professional league for the men's baseball, which is the MLB.
I thought there was a women's one too, but they just recently made softball an event in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's been a thing for like in the recent years. I think since 2012, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, for you to play professional softball, you need to be in the Olympic team, and then for there, like, you can have a job. But you see, that's the difference. It's like, if they were to have made like professional softball fields, like, would they even fill the stands? Mm-hmm. Like, see, that's another question. And then you got to air them, and then all this stuff. Like, are people gonna watch? I think that's why, like, there's not a league, is because there's not that, like, shoot, even baseball ratings have been going down, and we can go into that another topic. Like,
it's not America's pastime anymore. Yeah, like it used to be. I think football's taking over.
Football, yep.
Definitely.
Curling? No, I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
Competitive ice skating.
Competitive ice skating? I want to try curling, honestly. That sounds fun. But going into, now that we got that out of the way, going back to, on the subject of football, Deshaun Watson, Texans quarterback. Dude, he recently got, like, I think the past week, he's already had like 10 confirmed sexual assault. No, like, says 10, but 2 are they're about to, like, speak up. Not including 10 more, which adds up to 22 civil lawsuits.
So we're going to take our time on this one, because this is a big thing.
Yeah, this is a big...
This is going to make or break an entire franchise quarterback, like somebody's name. And just the fact, real quick, okay, disclaimer. We're going to have to say another disclaimer real quick.
We're going to have to say a disclaimer. So, to start off, me and Cowboy do not, like, support, sexual assault, or think that it's right, or defend the men or women or whoever does it. You want to defend them.
I believe in the truth, and whatever the truth comes out, no matter what. If Deshaun Watson did do all that stuff, prosecute him. Yeah. But if he didn't,
then you should prosecute the accusers.
Yeah, then I'm going to give my opinion a little bit. So,
just now that we get that out of the way, now
we're going to give our honest 2 cents, whatever it's worth.
And pull up some research and some, like, even like some findings they did in the reports. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's like really.
So we're going to talk about some stuff that doesn't seem right with us.
But hey, man, it's something that's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, recently. Okay, so for the people that don't know, that are under the rock, he doesn't want to play with the Texans anymore. That's kind of obvious. He's been having this hiatus with them. He wants to get traded. He doesn't want to play with them at all. They lost DeAndre Hopkins. They lost J.J. Watt. They lost a lot of their stars, and the organization is shit. So he doesn't want to play for him, and that's understandable. But this is the crazy part. So why is it now that these lawsuits are coming up? You know what I mean? Not to say maybe he did, maybe he didn't do them. We personally, we don't know. Nobody knows but him. And it was a reported masseuse. The women are masseuses.
The one that we know.
The one that we've heard of, and then there's like a lot of them that are coming up forward. So apparently he forced the masseuse to perform oral sex on them and do with their hands and stuff. So the thing I'm trying to get at is, before we go into the details, is the funny thing is the lawyer that's representing the plaintiffs, the women that are claiming the lawsuits.
Mm-hmm. His name is Tony Busby.
Busby. He was actually friends and neighbors with late Texans owner Bob McNair. Mm-hmm. That's actually been a fact.
They live on the same street.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So he knows him. He knew him pretty well. Mm-hmm. Tell me if that's not like a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm. And then Tony Busby, the lawyer, has came out and said, "Oh, if Bob, right? That's his name. If Bob walked down, if he walked down the street, I wouldn't recognize him. I don't know him all that well. Really, Bub? Like you're gonna sit there and lie to everybody?"
He said that?
He did.
Oh, I didn't even
He has come on record. Yeah, I remember I read that to you.
That is bullshit.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it's all of a sudden that Deshaun Watson wants to leave the Texans. Oh, now you're gonna start like you're gonna represent all these women. Okay, we're gonna go into that opinion later. But the thing is, we're trying to bring it up is like it seems fishy.
It just the timing is fishy.
Is really,
like I said, we're not like trying to defend him, saying nah, he didn't do it, dude. There's no fucking way. He's a dude. No. Like we're not guys that defend that kind of behavior. Yeah. That's bullshit. But it's the timing, and like I said, nobody knows truly but him and the masseuse until more reports come out, more evidence. And then the next coming days, he said he was gonna release some evidence, right, or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna, as of today, apparently, or yesterday, or a few days, or whatever. I don't know. Apparently, Tony Busby has said that he's gonna release some evidence that are going to help out the plaintiffs or the women that have been accusing Deshaun Watson. Apparently, some evidence is going to help their case in court. Now, Deshaun Watson has been like accused already, and he didn't even know these allegations were against him up until like this past week.
Yeah, he gave a statement. He released a statement on Twitter.
They asked for a settlement, and he said no. He released a statement on Twitter saying, I'm going to clear my name. In other words, I'm going to fight this. I didn't even know that I've done this stuff. Now, to me, of course, this can come off both ways. It can come off as like, oh, it's a dipshit trying to play off his name, and he doesn't want his name to be tarnished by his women. Okay, what if he didn't do anything? Yeah, he's trying to protect his name. Yeah. But the thing is, he's been in the league for 4 years, right? He's been a top 10 quarterback.
At least top 5.
No,
dude,
for 3 of those years. These past couple of years, he's been a top 5 quarterback. He's been a really good quarterback. The thing is, of course, the team, the organization hasn't had their head on right, and they keep losing money or losing players. That's just besides the point. He is a great quarterback.
Yeah, at this everybody wants him. There's even teams that still want to trade for him, even though this stuff is going on.
Because they know, like, let's just say, of course, he does get suspended, he does get these allegations going, he has to settle out. He's gonna get suspended for a long while. Some people say 6 to 10 games. I think a year,
probably a whole season,
maybe even 2. But let's just say he signs a 5-year contract.
Yeah, they're still gonna play him.
Shoot, they're still gonna play him once he gets back.
And like somebody said here, going back to what you were saying, like if he did or didn't, like there's a tweet that says there's 2 possibilities here, only 2. So the first one being that he would literally, like everybody looked up to him and like expected out of him, being a clean cut guy, being a real humble guy.
Yeah.
Like either he comes out a serial sexual predator, basically the same level as Bill Cosby, or he is literally like innocent, and this is literally the worst character, like assassination attempt at him for his character, of an athlete.
Yeah, they're literally ambushing him right now.
That's what it's perceived as. Like we mentioned, we don't really know, but the timing of it is like, okay, this is a little fishy. And then mind you, the conflict of
interest
with the owner and the representative, and also too, did you mention that these, because it's not common to have, like, was it the blanket, like they come forward as a group, like a multiple women have the same story,
or very similar stories
to the accounts.
That alone is already kind of, it's fishy, and then it's not. Of course, somebody is like, if they've gotten away with it before, they think that they can keep getting away with it in similar situations. So let's just say he did do it, right? He did it to the first few women. He's gotten away with it. He thinks he's untouchable. Because, like I've mentioned, like, what if Stardom got to him?
He got that big ass contract.
And
he just got to his head.
Just untouchable.
He thought he was the shit. Like, that happens sometimes. Like, it's like, hey, I can literally make her do this. And, like I said, I'm untouchable. Who would believe a fucking masseuse over an NFL star?
Yeah. Okay, exactly. Because we're going to go into a specific case in a little bit, but I just want to say, so maybe the stardom got to him and he did it and he got away with it and he kept doing it, which is why so many women have come out and said this. It's almost similar story. Then it seems like it could be true, and then it seems like it can be a complete fabrication.
There's
like a complete lie.
It leans.
Nobody knows.
It's like on the fence.
Yeah, it is right on the fence. Like, okay, it can be either or. Now the thing is, there's no, apparently as of right now, there's no video proof. It's all hearsay.
It's all hearsay, word of mouth.
So it's word of mouth, and it's just a matter of his word versus my word. So I'm guessing this new evidence is going to open up eyes or maybe close some eyes, because there's already been, which one I'm about to bring up, one of the plaintiffs, like her records of what she said. Now, of course, like we've already talked about, like she committed like oral sex with him, like he forced her or something like that.
So it was supposedly he forced her, and like he wanted her to like rub his groin, like certain areas that were like
But then he asked for like a massage on his abs, and he like forced her head or something. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, like that imagery, she did. I'm sorry. The plaintiff said that she was so frozen with fear that she blacked out for a few minutes.
And she even defecated herself.
Yeah, that she, like, after, like, he left and got up and left or something like that, she, like literally took a shit in her own pants. Mm-hmm. And then she, like, was crying and stuff like that. Now that's understandable because, hey, dude, like you said, it probably did happen. Like, we don't know. It could, man. And some people get terrified like that.
Especially women, they get, so scared of this. Mm-hmm. But this, the same thing is, you're scheduling a massage with a high profile athlete. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's gonna come off like I'm trying to defend him, but like really think about the details.
Yeah.
Like if you have the power to say, walk away and like, report him, whatever. Mm-hmm. Of course, like see, like a lot of women are scared, because, him being with his clout.
Yeah.
He can like ruin her life and like he probably threatened her. And I saw in an account in the report that he like threatened her to ruin her career and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, you can like, maybe it's not so easy for them to walk away, but that is there. Like he was basically powerless. He was laying on the table, and while she was standing up. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know, the whole part with the blacking out and the defecating, that was I felt like that was a little. Maybe a little on the dramatic side. Like I said, it could happen. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Just a little. Like, come on. Come on.
Because they gotta like fabricate it to where like it's like sounds really bad.
Maybe it was.
Because that is on the court case, like what they brought to court or they're gonna bring to court.
Yeah, it was like the report.
The actual report. Now, to me, that it could be either or, man.
We don't know until
like we said, this guy's a franchise quarterback. A lot of kids, a lot of people looked up to him. A lot of people saw him as their hero, as their like pretty much, not to bash on anything religious, that was their savior for Texas.
Yeah, like he was the one, the chosen one to save that organization. Mm-hmm. And if it comes out true, like he's guilty, then that would shock so many people.
Mm-hmm. Is it because even a lot of professional athletes have come out Shannon Sharp has said the Deshaun that I know, like he wouldn't commit this. Like he seemed like a really cool, like isolated guy. He just shows up to work, does his thing.
Doesn't bother anybody. Just does what he does.
He just works out and does everything he has to do. That apparently from the way he looks on camera, maybe he's just a great actor. Maybe he's just a great actor on camera.
A facade?
Like a
facade, I mean. Wow,
it looks like facade, but,
It's facade. But maybe it's a facade. Like, we don't really know how this guy is. Maybe he, like they said, like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
He's a single guy. Mm-hmm. He's single guy. Dating around. He's rich. He's a fucking athlete. High-profile athlete in the NFL.
Thinks he's untouchable. Even Shannon Sharp said that he thought he was untouchable, too.
Yeah, like, he can ask any woman, like, hey, come sleep with me. And they'll do it. Mm-hmm. So he has that.
See, that's
maybe the stardom got to him, the power.
Yeah, that's what Shannon Sharp brought up. He was like, if you kind of wanted that kind of stuff, why didn't you just go to a club and just ask? Like, I'm pretty sure he walks into a club and he's like, he can point at 20 women.
Yep.
And be like, y'all want to come with me tonight? Pretty sure they'd all say yes. Or that's like a higher number of them would probably say yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, because there's arguments for both sides. But as of right now, the evidence provided, the stuff that we read, like this seems kind of fishy right now. We will give an update when more stuff comes out, possibly like, because this could be, like you said,
ongoing,
the biggest thing that could happen in sports for a while.
Because a lot of players, you gotta remember, like Ben Roethlisberger, and I think he had, I don't know, was rape on him, like accusations or.
Oh, now I'm starting to remember that.
Yeah, there are plenty of players that have that, especially Ray Rice. Where there's actual video evidence of him, I think, hitting his wife in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's actual evidence on those guys and people. Like, it's not uncommon to see these things in sports.
Yeah,
there's always things, allegations, harassment, all this stuff, lawsuits and up the ass and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like, sometimes, like, this is not to downplay the seriousness of it, but sometimes there's a lot of money involved, and like, greed comes in. People just want to make. It's a fucked up world. There's a lot of things there's not known.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people fabricate stories like that in court just so they can get settlements.
Yes. Speaking of which, going on the same topic but not sports.
Mm-hmm.
David Dobrik
and his vlog squad, baby.
His vlog squad.
The views. I don't know. I don't even know if they're called that, honestly.
The vlog squad?
No, their YouTube channel, the one that they do, like, it almost looks like a talk show on TV.
Oh,
they call it Views or something like that. But anyways, so I did my research on this. I still don't know a whole lot.
I know some.
I just want to give my opinion on this because it's like, oh man, I don't know. Apparently, these people think they're untouchable, and it kind of gets on my nerves.
So I'll bring it up because I'm the one that brought up the topic to you because you didn't know as much. I'll bring it up to you, and we'll both give our opinions. Okay. So apparently, I don't know if it wasn't. I don't think it was him. It was his vlog squad.
Yeah, it was his friend or something, like Seth or something.
Some of his friends were like, there's some prank videos where, excuse me. So there's a prank video of like one of their friends dressing up as a guy, as a girl, and he kissed another guy, and the guy was like, hey, what the fuck? This is sexual harassment. Like, you tricked me. It was like something like that. I think the main one too was mentioned on that show you mentioned with Trisha.
Trisha
like,
Paytas?
Yeah, with that guy Eric. He was saying like there's a
Ethan
picture.
Klein.
Huh?
Ethan Klein.
Yeah. There's a picture of David Dobrik and some other, and I guess that Ethan guy, and there's a bunch of people and girls there. Like, according, I don't know what happened. She got drunk. They got her drunk.
Yeah, she was underage.
And she was underage, and he, sexually harassed her or assaulted her.
Yeah, from what I know, from all the videos that I've seen, like, listened to all the stuff I've read, like, apparently they didn't know that she was underage. Nobody knows who bought the alcohol, which I think is a load of shit. They're just covering their own asses.
They're covering Dobrik's ass.
Not even Dobrik. That friend that's in the squad.
That vlog squad.
Because he's trying to blame it on Trisha, or he's like, maybe you bought the alcohol. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. What if you did? Mm-hmm. They're just pointing at each other. So, like, they got this underage girl drunk, and she didn't consent to some sexual activities that they eventually later on had. Now, when it comes down to stuff like that, it's like, okay, man. Okay, maybe if you didn't know how old she was, but like if somebody already doesn't seem interested, like, come on, man. Like, why are you
just back off?
Yeah, back off.
No, take no for a fucking answer.
Mm-hmm.
Just But their thing is, like with Deshaun Watson, they let Startin go to their head. They're rich, they're famous, they can do whatever. They think they're untouchable until the fucking law comes in and wakatele.
And then, so now that we have like this somewhat gray of a story, which is already gray, and the people who were there don't even know the whole story.
I have it here. I have the allegations.
So, okay. Bring it up, and then I'm going to go over something after that.
Adding on to what I was saying earlier. So it says here that detailed various accusations of misconduct and exploitation against members of the VOD squad that took place during a video shoot, including an accusation of rape against one of Dobrik's friends. This is quoted on a piece on Insider from Washington Post.
Mm-hmm. It's obviously true.
And she provided pictures and text, like evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it says here too, like he tricked somebody into kissing Jason Nash, his fellow.
Oh, that's the guy that
the older guy.
Yeah,
he dressed up as a woman, and the guy kissed him, and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And he think he was kissing a woman, so sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a bunch of these prank videos that Dobrik made, he came out with an apology video.
Mm-hmm.
Apology video.
What did it say? What was the title?
The fucking title was "Let's Talk."
The fucking title was labeled "Let's Talk." but you turn off the fucking comments for it.
He turned off the comments for it.
So who are you talking to? Who are you actually listening to? You're not listening to your fucking fans. You're listening to your own self. You're living in a facade. Dude, oh my God.
He's losing fans. He's lost so many fans.
Rightfully so.
He's lost fans. He's lost a lot of viewers. He's also even lost like big partnerships.
Mm-hmm. And he said like, I don't hang out with those people anymore. If they say like I don't line up with their ideas or views or anymore. If they say they don't want to be in videos anymore, I apparently he takes them down. Mm-hmm. He says he's made I don't know how many videos since Vine.
He came out with that 2-minute apology, like I consent is very important and all this stuff, and like you're covering up for your friend's ass. Like there's actual videos and there's evidence on that.
Yeah,
but like the one that I'm talking about, like the partnerships, like for example, HelloFresh told that we're not going to no longer work with David Dobrik or any of his squad. They dropped them SeatGeek, which is like the ticket thing, like Ticketmaster. Another one was Dispo and Spark Capital. A bunch of these partnerships that have dropped them in response to what the fuck happened. Allegations.
So do you remember like usually people when they come up with like scandals, or not when people come up, when they get into these scandals, like remember when Logan Paul recorded that guy who was, I mean, of course, rest in peace to the person.
Oh, when he recorded the Suicide Forest.
The Suicide Forest, yep. That remember that scandal? He recorded a video and a lot of people started unfollowing him.
That was stupid.
Yeah, I had already didn't like him before, and then that made me hate him even more. Okay, with this whole David Dobrik thing, okay, I'm gonna explain my mindset on this guy. Back in the Vine days, I liked his videos. 7 seconds long. They weren't that long. He'd make a video every once in a while. I'd laugh at it, like it, whatever, move on. Then he moved over to YouTube, and all of a sudden he becomes like this huge thing. People think of him as like pretty much like as a god. They look up to him, like if he's like their new like speaker of everyone.
The voice.
So remember when he came to Tamuk, he fucking visited our university to talk.
He visited our college to talk, and everybody lost their shit.
Dude.
I was like, who the fuck is, honestly, like I never heard of the guy. I was like, who the fuck is this? Why there's so many people like they're chasing him down the street, his car, and they're at he went to the ranch.
But he went before everyone, because everyone goes to the ranch like at 11.
But people still showed up to get his signature and take pictures of him. Like they praise this motherfucker. Like I don't even know who the fuck he was. In my opinion, I don't even find him funny. Like he's cringy. Like these
neither do I. I don't find him funny.
Yeah, like these influencers and these social media like people. I mean, I know we make a podcast, but I mean this is different.
This is a little different.
But we're not fucking making vlogs. That's what I'm trying to get. Vlogs and all that stuff.
I have a problem with vlogs.
Vlogs and they're just even those TikTok dancers do like TikTokers.
Oh, those like I know those are stupid. Like Addison Rae and all them. So.
Yeah, like they just. I don't know. People like that are like they're annoying.
So, like that's the thing. Okay, so when he came, a lot of people were like, "Oh, are you gonna go watch him? Are you gonna reserve your seats? You can only take you and +1 and all this stuff. You have to be a registered Tam." I'm like, dude, why am I gonna waste my time? Like, I have much better things to do than go watch a fucking YouTuber talk about his life. He's a multimillionaire making videos.
He doesn't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't care. He's not gonna care. So I was like, I would rather do my homework that I don't even give a fuck about. Like, I would rather do that than go over there. That's how insignificant like he is. Like him and his squad.
Yeah, I had no idea who he was.
And I remember he didn't even make a video about visiting Kingsville. Remember? Because it was like apparently he probably found it as like super boring and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it's like, what does that tell you?
But everybody fucking praises him like he's a god. It's fucking stupid. That's like this is off topic a little bit, but like the same people that praise like the Kardashians and people that praise these celebrities like. They bow down to them. Like, what the? Like, why do you care so much about their lives? Like, it's weird.
I have never watched an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Never.
I will never do that either. Or Jersey Shore. I never watched that shit. Dude. Like these people praise these celebrities and they like they're so inspired by their life and it's like it's terrible. It is dumb. But,
I will make fun of them though. Like I will look them up on YouTube and make fun of like the little specific parts. Like of what the stuff they say and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but yes. So I already gave my opinion on David Dobrik. So.
Any more on that, or should we move on to we have some questions by a viewer. Some Elusai T Hernandez. I don't know if he's gonna listen to this, but
the cutie man.
So right before we get into his questions that he asked, we had made an episode prior to this one, but we're gonna release it like potentially next week, or then the next video is gonna be, it was all Q&As, but he forgot to ask questions, so we decided to
add him in this one.
Instead of making a whole nother
audio
file, and so we just answer him in this one. So we'll go ahead and ask Mr. T's questions. Hey, that's pretty badass. I'm gonna start calling him that, Mr. T. Mr. T. So his first question, he's asking us in quick. I know. Okay, so we kind of went off topic. I just realized that, but I'll ask the question anyways. Fuck it.
All right, we were done. We got our opinions out of the way.
Yeah, we got them out. Okay, so he said, what made you choose Tamuk? He can ask that for both of us. We can give our opinions on it.
So, what made me choose... God, I can't even... I'm starting to act like
today, Junior?
Bro, the more I hang out with this guy, the more I stutter. I'm telling you, man. Dude, he's bad.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you are. So, okay, what made me choose Tamuk? I live in a town like about an hour from here. It's cheap, and I always heard that the engineering department here was really good, so I believed him. And I'm not gonna give my opinion on that because I'll probably get expelled. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I literally have the same thing. Like, I'm from Freer, being an hour away from Kingsville. The convenience,
the convenience of going home,
close, and it's cheap compared to other colleges. The tuition, and like you said, like back in the day, they were known for being the best engineering school, and like I don't know if it was all
the best bang for your buck and stuff like that.
Like it meant something to have that on your degree. Like I graduated from Texas A&M Kingsville.
Yeah,
but nowadays, like it's starting to, how that's going.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that's a different topic. But yeah, that's
because like we said, like if we had the money,
I would have gone to UT.
We would have gone to UT. I would have gone to Harvard.
Well, okay, chill out, big baller.
I would have gone to Oxford, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have ACT scores that fucking high?
Bro, I didn't even try my ACTs. Like, I literally did not try, and I was getting 20s.
I got a 20, and I didn't even study.
You didn't study? Yeah, see?
Like, I was top 5. I was top. I'm different.
I'm just built different, bro.
I was top 5 in my class, so I easily could have gone. I qualified for the top 10%. I think in Texas, you can go to any university, or you can apply, whatever. Get accepted. And I was like, shit, I would have gone to UT, but it's far away. It's expensive. And I don't know. Like, it would have been a good experience, but fuck that. I'd rather live here. But you want to ask?
Yeah, I was number 5 too. Are you talking about my life, or what are we talking about?
What do you mean, bitch? We have the same goals.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, ask his second. He has another question.
You can't read it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Read the fucking question.
What is your favorite superhero? Or who? Oh god damn! Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Jesus Christ!
Dude, it's because you didn't put a fucking what or who before. This guy, dude.
Anyways, my favorite superhero. Okay, I have 2. They're both on equal levels.
You can only pick one. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding with you.
Well, they're both Iron Man and Spider-Man. Now, the Spider-Man, I'm talking about like comics and the Tobey Maguire and the Tom Holland. Like, I've never watched the Andrew Garfield movies.
They were all right. But
I prefer the Tobey Maguire ones and, Tom Holland. I've always I grew up being a Spider-Man fan. I always will. But when I started getting more into like the Marvel universe, the MCU with the movies, Iron Man started like being my favorite character because like of his, his technology, his all the robotics and engineering, the stuff he made. He's like the modern day, like Elon Musk is like the modern day
Iron Man, yeah.
Iron Man, like creating shit like this. So I found that like really cool. It's like, dude, he became a big inspiration to me. Like smart, cool, cool with the ladies and just creating shit. Like it just blew my mind. It's sad that he had to die at the end of Endgame. For the people that didn't see that, I'm sorry for the spoilers, but the movie's been out for like 3 years. But anyways, that's my. I know it says one superhero, but those would have to be like they're number one, tied with each other. Sorry if y'all heard that. I hit the boom arm.
This guy's a klutz, man.
Dude, these boom arms, these springs, we just got them recently.
Yeah, dude, I like it, man.
But the springs, man, they're really like loud. You can probably hear them on the recording. But anywho, who's yours?
My favorite superhero. Again, I'm gonna say both because I have.
That's fine.
So he's more of a Marvel fan. I've been trying to get him to watch a Snyder Cut, and he was like, "Oh, maybe we'll have time during the week, whatever." I am a big DC fan, man. Die hard, love the comics.
The Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut was my that was a good fucking movie, man. So my favorite superheroes are Batman and Superman. Like
good choices.
So, and not even in that order. Like they're both tied. I would say like I would have like five number ones, but I'm gonna stick with those two. Superman, dude, is just like I of course, come on, man, like super strength, super fast.
He's super fast. Like he's even and like in the movie, he's like faster than Flash, or just as faster. God damn, I can't pronounce my words today.
The first movie that they made about him when he rotates the Earth backwards.
Oh, that and like the one with when they're trying to subdue him, and he like flashes in like super speed.
Yes,
and
he's in the Speed Force.
And fucking Superman like is like in the same.
Yeah, the speed in the Snyder Cut. That's still in there. Yeah,
that's pretty fucking cool.
Dude, they show how fast he is in there.
Superman's like known as one of the fastest. And then of course you said Batman, like Batman being rich.
Yeah, rich, smart, dude. A very
rich,
very
smart.
He can think so far beyond the natural plan. Sometimes he'll have a plan and he'll have so many backup plans for it. Like the other day I just rewatched Apocalypse War, the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. He thought so far ahead. He was like, if we're gonna do this plan, I need to have a contingency plan, like a backup for the backup. So he had this one guy like go off and do his own thing, dude, and it didn't come out to like what the plan was until the very end of the movie, and you're like, dude, I was already calling this guy a fucking idiot or a coward, from running away. And then you watch the movie and you're like, damn, dude, I'm so glad that they told this way. It was a good movie, man. I love the R-rated animated series. They're so dark, like how superheroes would actually like fight.
Kind of like the Boys.
It's, dude, yeah. Except this is animated.
The Boys is great, dude.
The Boys is a good show, man. If you have not seen The Boys on what is it on? Amazon Video?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Video, Prime Video, Prime Video, Video Prime.
Or whatever their thing is, Prime Video.
And speaking of the Amazons, Wonder Woman. If I could,
Gal Gadot.
If I could whistle, I would whistle so loudly right now. I can whistle, but I would clip the audio and I would destroy it.
You gotta do it for the ladies. Shout out to Bill Burr. But yes. That was a good description. I like that. So T's final question is what celebrity would you want to spend a day with? I think this could apply to like living. Let's just
do a living argument.
Let's just do living.
We kind of go over this in the question and answers episode that we're gonna release soon.
Mr. Jonah Cross, ask us a question.
dude, Jonah, you're gonna laugh at the next one, man.
Which one? The celebrity?
No.
The Q&A's, dude. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna fucking love it.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it. So, okay, what celebrity would you want to spend a day with?
Celebrity. Ooh, man, there's so many. I heard there's like, because a lot of them are assholes.
Yeah, it's hard to think.
Because some are down to earth, like Shakira. I know she's not like, she's a musician, but she's pretty famous and she's very beautiful.
Like Keanu Reeves and all the cool dudes.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, maybe someone like. Honestly, I don't know how he's in person, but I've always like read about him and everything. Basically, Iron Man, like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
he's like a very like.
I like his comeback story, man. When he went to prison jail. Or went to jail and went to rehab,
and he came back. Like now, he's like one of the biggest stars in like the MCU.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff, man. Like that's a good story.
It's like good. I've seen videos of him where he does like showing his charisma.
Yeah,
and like how he handles situations. Like there's some respect to him. Like he's a damn good actor, especially in Sherlock Holmes.
Dude, okay, now we're going off topic right here. Okay, did you ever see the interview where the interviewer asked him a question about his dad?
That's what I was referring to. He handles. Like,
so if y'all haven't seen that interview, we will provide a link in the description and on YouTube.
I think it was from Charisma on Command.
No. I'll show you. Like, there's an actual video of the interview, and I'll put that link.
But the Charisma on Command one is showing how he responds. Like, it shows different like parts. How he, whatever. Yeah,
he handled that really well, man. I think I would have handled it much more machismo or something. I'd have been like, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't think it was his dad or the fucking interviewer was asking like about his drug life, his past. Like he's left that in the fucking past. Like leave him alone.
He brought up his drug use and his dad all in one, in one sentence.
He looked pissed off, dude. Like he handled it pretty good. Like respect him. That's why I respect him because he handles those situations greatly. Mm-hmm. That definitely, I would love to spend a day with him. Mm-hmm. If he was anything like Iron Man, like, you know, badass house and the suits, that'd be fucking cool. Mm-hmm. That'd be really cool. Robert Downey would be a cool guy to hang out with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy, man. I love his story.
But what about you? What celebrity?
So I have two people, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just mouthed the words to me.
I mouthed her to.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not okay. Well, be quiet.
I mouthed the word to him.
The name.
It wasn't anything sexual.
Okay.
Freaking. Why do you have to make everything gay?
I'm kidding with you, dude.
Just say who it is.
Okay, so they're one of them is like a YouTube celebrity. I don't know if anybody like is aware of Demolition Ranch, but he's a Texas fella. He's a veterinarian. Yee, man. Demolition Ranch it's mainly like a gun channel, and he just like blows shit up and like makes really cool gun videos and interesting. They're fun, man. I would love to visit his ranch, or maybe the Bunker Branding, the brand that he owns.
Oh, that's
cool. I would like to visit that place. And you can go and take pictures of him, talk to his wife and stuff.
That's fucking
so
cool.
Matt Carricker would be my number one, man. He has 3 channels. He's got the Demolition Ranch, he's got the Vet Ranch, which is the veterinarian ranch, and then he's got Off the Ranch vlogs. Mm-hmm. The guy is like a real family person, man. You can tell his family, down to earth. His family loves him. He loves being with his family. Love that guy. My second one would be Mrs. Alex Zedra. I know she's got a boyfriend now, or a fiance, man.
Married.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, God made me for her, man. But he made me a little younger, and he placed my ass in Texas.
Where's she from?
She's a North or South Carolina gal.
Oh,
I think she's from there.
Very beautiful,
very good woman, man. She's good at games. She loves guns. And she's exactly my type, man. Straight black hair with colored eyes. She got her left arms full of sleeves, man. She's a very beautiful lady, man.
And she's a character on Black Ops.
On COD, yeah, on Black Ops, yeah.
Mara. Modern Warfare, sorry.
Yeah, she's Mara from COD. I had been a fan of her before she came out on COD, and when she was announced for COD, I was like so glad that she was getting the recognition that she like so truly deserved. Like she would make a lot of cool videos and fun, and like I watch them.
Yeah,
you know, it's my kind of stuff. So would I want to spend a day with her? Yes, I would love to go to a gun range with her and just shoot a bunch of guns. Just be out there. You know, she just recently bought a Barrett 50 cal. I'd be like, look, man, I would pay $1,000 on rounds, and we just fucking send them downrange.
You'd be all little like,
dude. I would be
crushed.
Like a little like the little, what do they say, like a
kid in the candy store,
a fat kid in the candy store.
Yeah,
I would be exactly that. I'd be like, dude, this is so fun.
You'd be fangirling.
Yes, I would try to play it off cool, and then I'd fangirl for a while, and then be like, okay, you know what? She's just a person. Like she's just a person. You know, she's not.
But it's Alex Zedra.
Yeah, it's Alex Zedra, man.
Yeah.
For the very slim chance that she ever hears this, I'm in love with you.
She won't ever hear this.
I know. I'm just joking, man.
Or Bill Burr, or anybody we mentioned.
Nah, you never know, man. Slim chance.
I think we answered the questions pretty good. I think right before we
want to give a shout out to somebody, because you just made it. Yeah. You just recently, because we were going to talk about another topic, and then we realized we didn't know much about it.
Which one?
Well, the whole like the Andrew Cuomo kind of stuff, because we were going to mention New York.
Oh, but that was relating to like the
sexual allegations.
The sexual allegations. That was stupid. But I think. Oh, before I give the shout out, there is one more thing that I did want to mention. I know it is off topic, but Eddie showed me. Apparently in California, you can't scream with your mouth open on a roller coaster.
Dude. Yeah, dude. My God.
I sent him that meme.
Why didn't we want to write this down?
We have to mention this one real quick before we end this.
Real quick before we end this. Where are we at?
We're at 58 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
We're doing fine. Okay, in California, man, I want to look that message up.
Dude, that shit was funny. So apparently you can't even scream with your mouth open and spread
They opened up amusement parks. You can ride on all the rides you want. But you better close your damn mouth, boy.
You can't scream. You have to be like,
just have your hands crossed around you. You know, you got to be 6 feet apart. So they are apparently now scientists are saying 3 feet. That the 6 feet was for just so they wouldn't open up schools. Bullshit. Yeah, dude. Like, there's a whole bunch of politics.
Like,
but anyways, but like that whole shit is like riding rides and you cannot open your mouth.
The spread of COVID. For fear of spreading COVID.
Oh man, that you cannot spread that deadly virus, boy, but you can ride the rides.
You can smoke the devil's lettuce. Like, that doesn't make fucking sense. That's why California's a shithole,
bro. And they can't even say, well, Greg, Abbott lifted the mask mandate. We already went over that.
Yeah,
listen to episode 3.
The thing is, you can fucking open up a state park and fucking have roller coasters.
Because we were saying that there's like outrageous policies that companies are saying. They're like, oh yeah, like the whole fact that you can go into a restaurant, walk in with your mask, but as soon as you sit down, you open it and you take it off. It's like, what?
It's defeating the fucking purpose. Not even go to the restaurant, just take it to go.
Just take it to go, yeah, man.
Fucking stupid.
Oh my god. Well, anyways, yeah, we wanted to bring that up with the California stuff. I
that was fucking funny.
Completely forgot.
We're gonna attach a meme to this. The fucking meme that we found. We're gonna attach it to the thumbnail or the graphic.
What's up?
We're gonna attach it. That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling the audience that we're gonna attach the fucking meme. It was fucking funny. But anyways, now that I got to the end, right before we end this, I want to give a shout out to a friend I made in a fellow. It's a podcast server on Discord. Mm-hmm. His name is Andrew Canada. Coincidence?
Hey Andrew, hey man.
Andrew.
Hey man, do you know Cody Canada?
Dude, he's not gonna know.
Bro, it's a question though.
Cody Canada's. Oh, by the way, if you don't know who it is, it's a CCR.
Yeah, CCR, Cross Canadian Ragweed.
Yeah,
he's the lead singer and lead guitarist. I think is he the lead guitarist as well?
And the singer, yeah.
Do that? Okay,
and
yeah.
No, his name's not Canada. It's Cannon. Cody Cannon or some shit.
No, I swear it's Cody Canada.
Anywho, we're getting back to shout out to Andrew Canada from Buffalo, New York.
Hey, cool. I have the same name too, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. They have a podcast too, him and his brother.
Mm-hmm. We will also provide that link in the description.
Yeah, we'll provide the link to his YouTube. It's Two in the Cooler podcast. Mm-hmm. I've watched a few of his.
It's a cool name.
Dude. I checked it out. I like that. It's a kick-ass name. It's a kick-ass like logo. Mm-hmm. Like I really like it.
Yeah, their video podcast. They have a gold microphone.
The Rockvilles, dude, they're fucking nice. They have a nice studio and everything. Like huge props to them. Hopefully, maybe one day we can interview them. They can interview us. That'd be pretty cool. Making friends from Buffalo.
Hear them from Buffalo. The Buffalo views, man. They can hear Texas views and how stupid we are.
They don't got that New Yorker that New Yorker accent.
They think we're twang over here, man. What the hell was that? That wasn't even a Texas accent. What the hell?
I don't even know how to do a Southern accent.
It's like, come on, man. God, dude.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, man.
We'll shoot some squirrels.
I don't know. We're finna go to the bar.
We're finna go to the bar.
I don't know, man.
Anyways, you get it.
I can do it better if I can hear myself.
Anywho, we'll attach his podcast in the description. But shout out to Andrew Canada from Buffalo, Buffalo, New York.
Man, I hope you're doing well.
Yep. Cool guy. Hope to interview you soon. But I think that's we had a pretty good episode on this one. We're gonna go ahead and end it. Any final words?
I wanted to go with a Snyder cut, but that's fine. We already passed.
You gotta keep it a secret. Don't be one of those people.
I wasn't gonna go over spoilers, dude. But if you have not watched the Snyder cut, man, it is much better than the Josh Whedon's version. I think Josh Whedon deliberately made it. I have my own opinions on that, but yeah, go check it out. I'm a big DC fan.
Yeah, but I think this is a good episode. Hopefully, like we said, we eventually hopefully get a camera. If you want to leave some constructive criticism in the comments, that's good. If you're listening on Spotify, let us know. We have some dedicated listeners and friends. Just let us know how we're doing. That's all. We always want to get better. And
and the people that don't know us, like our direct friends and the people who check us out, email us some stuff you want to listen about. We'll give our opinions on anything, man. We're willing to listen to anything. Most of these things that we've been talking about have been provided by friends. And then we have our own like take on it, and we're like we steer episodes in a certain way. But we appreciate all the feedback,
the input.
Yeah, the input.
Yeah, we'll see y'all the next podcast. We're gonna make it pretty interesting, so get ready.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Laters.